but focusing on this idea of moving with a kind of intuition, or moving with this idea of intention rather than just kind of going through the motions. We will practice with this idea of just exploration and just noticing the body. So it'll be quite flowy in the sense of moving with the breath, tuning in, connecting to the body. So hopefully you'll enjoy the practice. It's a long one today, about 45 minutes to an hour, but hopefully getting into the whole body and really allowing us that time and space to tune in, to retreat into our own needs and taking stock of what's important and valuable to us. So we're just going to take a moment here to sit on our mats. You can prop yourself up with a cushion or a block or anything you have at home, just to lift the chest up a little bit. And just begin to notice your sitting bones against the ground, that connection of your body and the earth beneath you, holding you up, grounding you down, feeling supported here so you can lift up through the spine and just engage gently through the belly, just dropping the shoulders down a little bit, and the face is soft, the jaw is loose, and notice if there's any tightness or tension here in the body. And just allow yourself to be aware of that tension. Observe where it's coming from, maybe what's driving it. And just see if you can begin to direct the breath to those different parts of the body that are maybe holding on a little bit. And with each exhale, just let go. Just allow that tension to melt away. Feeling very easy and still here. Maybe the eyes are closed or just soft gazing down to the ground. And we're just completely aware of the whole body here. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Observing the mind, observing the breath, with no judgment, just beginning to retreat inwards here, noticing what's coming up, how are you feeling. You're not trying to control or change anything, you're just observing, tuning in, retreating. As you sit here observing the body, the mind, the breath, our affirmation today, just a simple sentence. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. Just repeat that to yourself for a couple of times. Just as you breathe in and breathe out, allow those words to flood into the body, and as you exhale, they sink all the way down into the very core of your being. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. And maybe as you move through the practice, trust yourself, trust in what your body can do, trust your intuition of what the body needs. It's all about feeling the movement today in our practice. One last breath here, inhaling deeply into the belly, and then exhale, release. Just slowly slowly begin to blink the eyes open, bring the hands together, just seal that intention. It's already happened, it's out there. And then we're going to come down onto our backs. So slowly moving down onto your back, rolling all the way down through the spine, bring the knees into the chest. And just give yourself a little rock here, side to side, up and down, maybe rounded circles, taking hold of the knees, just opening into the hips. Lovely. Really nice. And then we're going to put the feet down. We're going to move through some bridge flows here. So again, moving with that breath, moving as if you are really noticing what's going on inside the body, inside the mind. So place the feet down, spread the toes, place the palms into the ground, draw the belly down towards the mat, down towards the spine. Inhale, begin to lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, coming all the way up. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Again, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower all the way down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Take the arms out wide, drop the knees all the way over to the right side, gazing to the left. Lovely twisting through the spine here. Exhale, softening. Inhale, draw the knees up through center, take them over to the left. Gaze to the right. Again, breathe into the rib cage here. Imagine you're breathing into the right side of the body. Really feel the body expand and start to retreat inwards. Notice the breath inside the body. Exhale, softening. And then slowly coming up through center and just twisting over to the right. As you inhale, come all the way back up, drawing the knees through center, twisting down to the left. Inhale, coming up, twisting to the right. Inhale, come up, and exhale, twisting all the way back down. And bring your right arm or left arm, whatever side you are, all the way over. And then slowly begin to push yourself back up. Coming into a seated position here on your mat. Just take a moment to pause. Just settling there. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, big stretch, and exhale, bring the left hand down and reach all the way over with the right arm, side stretch here. And as you inhale, reach all the way over and begin to flow down towards the knee, sweeping the arms across, coming all the way over to the other side. So right arm is down now, left arm is up and over. Reaching away, and then exhale, fold down towards the knees, sweep the arms out in front and come all the way up again. Lovely. Last one as we come all the way down, sweep the arms in front and come all the way up. Lovely side stretch here. And then coming all the way up. We're going to make our way onto all fours, so slowly rolling over onto the knees, bringing the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips here, and draw the belly up towards the spine, and then just take a moment here, drop the chin to the chest, neutral neck. As you inhale, drop the belly down, tilt the tailbone up, coming into cow. Exhale, round through the spine, pushing the shoulders away, cat, belly up. Inhale, begin to move with the breath as you drop the belly down. Inhale. Exhale, round, moving with flowing, coming to that place of easy movement. Inhale comes through to cow. Exhale, rounding through to cat. You move naturally with the breath, inhaling to come forwards. Exhale to round through, pushing the spine away. Inhale, drop the belly, tilt the tailbone up, come all the way through with the chest. And then exhale, start with the tailbone rounding through the spine. And then slowly sit back towards the heels, draw the sitting bones down, and then gently bring the forehead to the mat. Child's pose. Lovely. Feel the back of the body expand, soften here. Inhale, we're going round all the way up and through, coming down into a cobra, lower the hips, all the way to the belly. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale, we're going to flow back down. Keeping the toes tucked as you inhale, push and round yourself all the way back to child's pose. Reach the fingertips out in front as you round through the spine, dropping the hips, dropping the shoulders, cobra, untuck the toes. Exhale, push away, rounding yourself all the way back. Child's pose. Inhale, round yourself all the way through, dropping the hips down, coming into cobra. And exhale, rounding yourself all the way back. Last one, moving maybe with the eyes closed. Draw the fingertips forward as you round up through the spine. Push the shoulders away, drop the hips, and then coming into that low cobra or upward dog. Exhale, push yourself all the way back through to child's pose. Tuck the toes, drop the chin to the chest as you lift the knees, come all the way up, high onto the toes, downward facing dog. And begin to shift in the hips a little bit. Walk your dog out, spread your shoulders across your back. Really think about bending the knees a little bit so you can lift the hips higher, and think about stretching out through the armpits rather than reaching the heels down towards the ground. Think about lengthening the back rather than lengthening the back of the legs. Lovely. And then gaze forward, shift and walk yourself all the way up through to a forward fold. Lovely. Feet hip width apart here, hang heavy, the neck is loose. Inhale, lift you up halfway, hands all the way to the thighs here. Exhale, flow back down. Inhale, reaches up halfway. Exhale, flow back down. Inhale, lifts you up halfway. Exhale, flow back down. This time, inhale, round all the way up, dragging the fingers across the front of the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, big stretch. Exhale, bring the hands down through center. Lovely. Take a moment here in your mountain for Tadasana. Hands at the side. Breathing down through into the soles of the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, flow all the way down. Inhale, lift you up halfway, and as you exhale, begin to lower back down as you step the right foot back, drop the knee. Inhale, just bring the hands down to the side of the body, lunge. Really push into that front foot, lift up out of the hip. And then lower the hands back down, begin to draw the right foot back, coming into a runner's lunge here. Draw the toes towards you as you inhale, crawl forward, lunge. Exhale, sink back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sink back. One last time. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, just hold here in that runner's stretch. Lovely. Come all the way forward, lift the back leg. Press the right hand into the ground as you bring the left hand to the knee. Open out to a twist here. Lovely twisting here. Maybe you reach the arm all the way back towards the back edge of the mat. And then coming all the way forward. Frame the foot, step back to plank. Lower the knees, the hips, the belly. Inhale to cobra, draw the shoulders down the back, squeeze the glutes, exhale, release. Tap the toes, lift up through child's, and then all the way to downward facing dog. Lovely here, lift the hips high, spread the shoulders, and then gaze forward, walking all the way up through to a forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, big, big stretch. And then exhale, hands down through center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float all the way down. Inhale, lift you up halfway, hands all the way up to the thighs. Exhale, float all the way back down. This time, step the left foot back. Drop the back knee, and then come up, hands to the side of the body, dropping the shoulders down. Again, coming back to this idea of retreating inwards, listening to the body, listening to the breath. What are you observing? Does it feel easy? Do the movements feel tight or stiff, or is there a lot of movement? Holding here, lift up out of the hips a little bit, engage that back leg. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Drawing the foot back, coming into that runner's lunge, stretch the toes towards the face. And then come forward, move with your breath. Drawing the leg back. It doesn't really matter when you're breathing, as long as you're remembering to breathe with the movement. Coming forward, and our last one coming all the way back. And all the way forward. Plant the left hand down this time. Lift up the back leg. Place the hand on the right knee as you twist open, lifting the right fingertips up. Lovely twist here. Draw that right hip back. Push into the feet, and maybe draw the arm all the way down towards the back edge of the mat, and then reach all the way over, stepping back to plank, moving through your flow, so knees down all the way to the belly. Inhale, lift you to cobra, squeeze the glutes, press into the hands, exhale, release. And then tuck the toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Great job, everyone. Again, coming onto the toes, lift the hips, spread the shoulders across the back as you roll your inner elbow creases in and away from each other. Press into the whole palm print. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Shake the head if you feel like it's creating a bit of tension. And then look forward, walk all the way up through to the top of the mat. Forward fold here. Inhale, reach the arms out, swan yourself all the way up, reaching the arms. Exhale, bring the hands down. Again, just take a moment here, standing in your mountain, observing the body, what's going on inside. Retreat inwards. Begin to take care of those deeply rooted needs and laws. Those needs that we push aside, that we can sometimes kind of put on hold because everything else takes precedence. Allow yourself to retreat and take care of those needs. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Come back to that affirmation. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. Inhale, reach the arms up. And we're going to step back with the right foot. So I'm just going to turn to my other side of the mat so you can see. We're going to step back with the right foot, dropping the heel down, turning the toes out 90 degrees, bending into that front leg, warrior two. So imagine you're opening out through the thighs. And it's okay to move a little bit here, kind of find what feels good. Maybe you straighten the leg, bend it back down. Maybe you reach the arms out. Notice where the shoulders are, where's the body. So just hold here in your warrior two a little bit as you play with the movement. And then settle in, so the body is soft, but the legs are strong, grounding. Inhale, reach forward, straighten that front leg as you come all the way back to a peaceful warrior. Exhale, bend that arm, coming into a side angle. Just gently rest the arm on the leg as you reach the arm over. Lovely. Inhale, come all the way back, straighten the leg. Peaceful warrior. And then begin to push the hip back. Keep that leg straight as you draw your hand down. Maybe you rest the right fingertips on the hip here, coming into triangle, or maybe you reach the arms up to the ceiling. Gaze down to the foot if that feels good. Try not to sink into the hip, but lift up a little bit. And then exhale, come all the way back. Peaceful warrior. Lovely. As you turn, bring that hand down, coming into that high lunge, and then step back to plank. Lower the knees, chest, chin, all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, lift up through child's, and then come up downward facing dog. Lovely. And we're going to walk here, push out the legs, pedal the legs. Release the neck, and then walking all the way up through to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to center. So coming back to that mountain posture at the beginning. Feet are nicely grounded into the mat here, spreading the toes wide. Inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, as you bring the hands down through center, step back with the left foot this time, dropping the toes out 90 degrees, so the back edge is parallel with the back of the mat, and the front foot is pointing forward. And again, begin to open out through the thighs. Shorten your stance if you need to, and then bend into that front leg. Make sure that knee doesn't go too far over and you're not overstretching out through the hips. Draw the belly in a little bit, reach the arms up and away. And again, play with what feels good here. Just notice the body, adjust the feet. Look over the front fingers if that feels good. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, straighten that leg, peaceful warrior. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, resting that arm on the thigh gently, reaching up and over. Side angle, press out through that back foot. Lovely. Great job. Inhale, come all the way up. Peaceful warrior, holding here. You can keep that leg bent if you want to, or straighten it. Again, listen to your intuition, what feels good. And then begin to push the hips out towards the back edge of the mat as you start to draw your chest down, reaching the arm all the way down towards the inner calf. And maybe your hand just stays here on the left hip, or you reach the left fingertips up. Trikonasana, triangle. Holding here, not collapsing, but lifting up. Opening the chest, gazing up if that feels good. And then bend into the front leg as you scoop the right arm back over, peaceful warrior. And then slowly begin to turn yourself through to the front edge of the mat, coming into that lunge, step back to plank. And then lower the knees, chest all the way to the belly. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, press into the tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes. As you inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, release. Take the hands a little bit wider here, maybe the fingers splay a little bit off the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. And then take the hands even wider off the mat here. Maybe coming onto the fingertips. Draw the chin to the chest as you inhale. Push into the fingers. Maybe you come up a little bit higher. Opening the chest. Exhale all the way back down. Hands under the shoulders. Push yourself up to all fours. Take the toes together. Walk the hands in, knees as wide as your yoga mat. Sit all the way back first onto the heels. If you have a cushion at home, if you can't reach your heels, you can just place the cushion underneath your sitting bones. And then slowly walk your hands out in front as you draw the chin to the chest, forehead to the ground, and we soften here. We retreat inwards. Allow yourself this opportunity to really go within, taking 3 full deep breaths here. You can release through the mouth if that feels good. Really feel that belly expand against the thighs and the back of the rib cage opening out down into the kidneys. 3 cleansing breaths here. Allow yourself a moment to be in this stillness and notice if there's resistance to this slowing down, to this place of quiet. Maybe we're not used to just being still. On your next inhale, just lift the forehead up, take the arms over to the left, stretching through the side body here, through the armpit, through the back of the shoulder. Lovely stretch. And then we come all the way through center, taking it to the right side. Stretching through the left shoulder this time, through the armpit, keeping the sitting bones grounded down. Slowly come back through center. Just come back through to the forehead on the ground, melting the chest down. From here, begin to walk yourself back up through to kneeling, coming into the middle of the mat. Just shifting yourself over to one side, straightening the legs out in front of you. Give yourself a little wiggle here. And we're going to draw the knees up and in. We're going to take the soles of the feet together. And we're just going to open out into butterfly here. So the knees can be nice and heavy. Take hold of the ankles if that feels good. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, begin to press the elbows into the creases of the knees, and maybe this is enough for you to stay here, opening through the hips, through the back body. Allow the chin to round down through the back of the neck. Again, just taking 3 breaths here. Maybe you can go taking your hands onto the floor, maybe you can go a little bit deeper, but try not to overstretch. You want to gently just stress the joints as we move into this posture. So take it at your own pace. Again, it's all about retreating inwards and listening to yourself, trusting what comes up. And then slowly coming all the way up, draw the knees in. And then we're slowly going to roll down onto our lower back. Lovely. Take the knees in, give yourself a squeeze. Straighten out through the left leg. Give that squeeze of the right leg, and then take hold of it with your left hand, taking it over to the left side. A supine twist here. And then bend that left leg up towards your bottom. So you create like a little stag position. And then maybe take the arm out to the side. Keep the left hand resting on the right knee. Or if that doesn't feel good, just keep the leg out long. So you're twisting over to the left with the right knee. The right leg is bent, and then maybe you begin to draw the left heel up towards the bottom, resting the left leg on the floor. Hold here for a few breaths. Noticing the breath becomes a bit tight, a bit constricted. See if you can slowly ease the breath down into the lower body. And then releasing the left leg, draw the right knee back up and in. And then swap over, left knee in, right leg out. Squeeze that left leg, and then take hold of it with the right hand, draw it over to the right side, twisting here, allowing the foot and the knee to come to the ground. And then maybe you stay here, or you begin to bend the right knee up towards taking the heel towards the sitting bones, and maybe this is enough for you. Maybe it feels a bit different on this side. Again, observing, retreating inwards, not comparing or judging yourself. Wherever you are, just one more breath here. And then draw that knee back into the chest. Take both knees in this time and draw them out towards the armpits. A kind of happy baby posture, opening here. If you have the space, take the arms on the inside of the leg and take hold of the outside of the feet. And maybe you draw the feet up towards the ceiling here. If that's a bit too much, you can just take hold of the shins or the back of the legs. Just listen, observe. How does that feel for you? Lovely. And then slowly releasing, bring the feet back down to the ground. Take the legs as wide as your yoga mat. Maybe take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. Just adjusting the shoulders or the hips. Or you want to rest the hands on the belly, whatever feels good for you. And we're going to come to our final posture, Shavasana. Allow the body to really relax here against the mat. Taking some gratitude for practicing today. Send some love down into the body and exhale anything that you don't need anymore. Just let that go. Allowing yourself to settle peacefully and calmly. Slowly relaxing through the muscles, through the joints all the way down. Just becoming aware of the whole body here, resting on the mat. And your breath, that rise and fall of the belly against the hands. Allow yourself to settle down, to completely retreat inwards and nurture those needs. What came up for you today in your practice, just let that go now. I trust myself, I listen to my own intuition. Easy breath in, easy breath out, completely relaxing here on your mat, the whole body. Just taking a few breaths here to allow the body to soften, to retreat. And I'll guide us back out when we're ready. Just be with yourself here, your breath, your body, your intuition. As you take your next breath, just begin to move the fingers and toes, allowing yourself to come back up, to come back into the room, becoming aware of any sounds around you. What can you feel, hear, see, smell, taste? Take a big stretch, and then slowly draw the knees up. And come to sitting in a way that feels really natural for you, no rush. So we're all eventually sat back together on the mat. Easy posture here. Place your hands at your heart. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. I trust myself. I listen to my own intuition. Thank you so much for practicing. I hope you enjoyed that practice. Please do check out our other videos for our playlist this month, our focus of retreating and going inwards. There's lots on offer this month, and thank you as always for your support. It means a great deal, and I'll see you again next time.